Hi, so I read the book The Brief and Wondrous Life of Oscar Wilde, written by Diaz. Um, I personally found the book really intriguing and amusing, generally because I have a really dry sense of humor, and so does the narrator throughout the whole book, even though the book is pretty morbid and kind of dark. The narrator is really vulgar and keeps a kind of more casual tone the whole time. The only thing I didn't necessarily like about the book was that the author likes to give you a lot of background on everything and everyone, and I found those parts harder to get through, but if you get through them, you'll probably like the book because it gets pretty good, especially towards the end. And without giving anything away, I'm going to read just one of my favorite parts, and it begins. Each time she thought she would fall, she concentrated on the faces of her promised future, her promised children, and from that she obtained the strength she needed to continue. She pulled from strength, from hope, from hate, and from her invincible heart, each a different piston driving her forward. Finally, when all were exhausted, she began to stumble head first, heading down like a boxer on his last legs. She stretched her uninjured arm out, and what greeted her was not cane, but the open world of life. She felt the tarmac under her bare, broken feet, and the wind. The wind. But she had only a second to savor it, for just then an unelectrified truck burst out of the darkness in a roar of gears. What a life, she mused. All that lucha, only to be run over like a dog. But she wasn't flattened. The driver, who later swore he saw something lion-like in the gloom, with eyes like terrible amber lamps, slammed on the brakes and halted inches from where a naked, blood-splattered belly tottered. Kind of like I said before, the book is very dark, and that's a darker passage. It's a darker point in the book. But it's just really something that if you are kind of into and you're okay with kind of the more sad types of books, then you'll definitely be interested in this one. It really keeps you going the whole time, and it's just, I don't know, there's a complete plot twist. It's really good, and I completely recommend it, so I hope you give it a chance.